A new day begins in the city. The sign of the times is speed, and so the night before is already forgotten before the morning papers are out. The new day, in the steps of children, with the taste of black coffee and the aroma of fresh vegetables, gathers apace.
We are in Ostrava, the capital city of the Moravian Silesian region and the third biggest city in the Czech Republic. Ostrava's history is interwoven with the mining and steel industries, though today Ostrava is being reborn as a prominent university town and as a center for commerce, sport and recreation.
Ostrava International Airport is the gateway to the city, connecting Ostrava with the rest of the world with chartered and regular flights.
Ostrava's airport, the second largest in the Czech Republic, is currently being modernized. In the first phase, a new arrivals hall was completed.
Thousands of travelers per day take advantage of the high-speed trains that arrive in Ostrava's central railway stations, among the most modern in the Czech Republic.
The Super Express Pendolino train runs between Ostrava and Prague 6 times a day, covering the 350-kilometer distance in 3 hours. Both businessmen and tourists enjoy the trip in the comfortable wagons, which are equipped with the latest amenities, including internet connection.
Ostrava has been a traditional crossroads along the trails leading from the Baltics to the Mediterranean for centuries. Today, it's graced with a modern network of highways.
By 2008, the D47 highway will be completed. This construction project is one of the final planned steps in connecting the north and the south of the European continent.
Ostrava's reputation as an industrial city dotted with chimneys and mining towers is a thing of the past. From a bird's-eye view, Ostrava is a city of parks and greenery.
Ostrava has 30 square meters of green space per resident, a fact which is surprising to some ecologists from abroad. In fact, within Ostrava's urban footprint, there are protected areas with forests, meadows, rivers, and ponds.
The people of Ostrava are proud of their past. Traces of the area's fine craftsmanship can be found throughout the city, and period buildings, both sacred and secular, are scattered all around the town.
The Church of St. Wenceslas, from the beginning of the 14th century, is one of the oldest buildings in the region. The oldest Baroque monument within the city limits is the Plague Column, with a statue of the Virgin Mary, which dates from 1702. The Cathedral of Our Heavenly Savior is the second largest in all of Moravia and seats 5,000 worshippers.
The 21st century, however, is an age of pragmatism. The city is also home to the first international school of Ostrava for both Czech children and people moving into the region from abroad. Ostrava's 3 universities also graduate thousands of young minds every year, especially in the technical sciences.
Ostrava's Science and Technology Park, built with the help of funds from the European Union, is a place which fosters links between commercial activity and scientific research, Ostrava's R&D center.
Ostrava's huge potential, industrial tradition, strategic location, and top-class human resources haven't gone unnoticed by foreign investors.
For example, the neighborhood of Ostrava-Hrabova hosts a 100-hectare industrial zone, suitable for light industry or for research or service industry applications.
Ostrava was one of the first cities in Europe to create a functional, centralized emergency and rescue system.
It's comprised of a joint dispatch center for fire, ambulance, and police services, providing lightning-fast coordination of all emergency services.
Healthcare is also world-class in Ostrava. Our hospitals have been among the first in the world to carry out some surgical procedures.
Ostrava is a vibrant center for commerce. Our modern shopping centers host leading international chains and are comparable with establishments around the world.
Fire, smoke, steel and coal, once part of the very image of the city, now just a piece of the new mosaic that is Ostrava. The old blast furnace belongs to the past. Once known as Black Ostrava, the city has turned into an oasis of greenery from its industrial past.
The Hlubina mine and tower, as well as the blast furnace at the Vitkovica ironworks, are now national cultural monuments, and due to their uniqueness, may one day be added to the UNESCO World Heritage List.
Beauty in motion. Sports are an everyday part of movement in the city. Chess Arena is a multi-purpose hall that can host just about anything in front of more than 10,000 spectators.
In addition to the World Championships in hockey, Latin American dance, and bodybuilding, the Davis Cup, and the European Championships in volleyball and futsal, each year Ostrava hosts the Golden Spike Athletics Competition. It's one of Europe's top 10 annual athletic championships.
Ostrava has hosted a number of the biggest stars in the world of sport, including Marion Jones, Asafa Powell, Boris Becker, Miguel Jimenez, and Jaromir Jagr.
Ostravans and visitors to the city have the same varied options for sport. Ostrava has modern facilities for almost any sport imaginable.
Rest and relaxation is easy in the city center with 16 swimming pools and aquaparks. The outdoor pool in Ostrava-Poruba is actually the largest of its kind in Central Europe.
Also of note is Ostrava Zoo. With its new pavilions, it's one of the biggest in the country and is a member of more than 40 conservation programs for endangered animal species.
Ostrava is also home to a number of exquisite historic landmarks. The centuries have left their mark in the form of castles, chateaux, and fortresses.
One of the jewels of the city, the Silesian Ostrava Castle, has a tower which dates from the 16th century. Today, the castle grounds are host to concerts, fairs, and cultural events year-round.
Only a few dozen kilometers from the city center lie the picturesque Beskidi Mountains, a great place to get away from the hustle and bustle of the town, and a favorite spot for recreation and relaxation.
Near Ostrava, you'll find the internationally recognized Klimkovica Spa. Thanks to the deposits of coal in this area, the waters are rich in iodine and bromine and are used in the treatment of joint problems.
There's a lot going on in Ostrava, whether it's the classical compositions of local composer Leos Janacek or the modern rhythms of one of the country's largest music festivals, the Colors of Ostrava.
One of the region's most popular fairy tales is the story of Grandfather Frost, and composers from Ostrava have created a giant ice review which has been attended by hundreds of thousands of people in many European countries.
Stars of the world stage meet with stars of the political arena.
This metropolitan city knows how to host royalty, heads of state, and world-renowned artists and actors with style and grace.
With sunset, Ostrava transforms into an island of color, entertainment, and the famous feeling of freedom.
In recent years, the most famous street in the Czech Republic has certainly become Stodolny Street, known as the street that never sleeps. It's home to more than 70 bars and clubs of every style imaginable. The birth of this entertainment zone was entirely unplanned. In the last 10 years, it's mushroomed into a phenomenon not to be missed, and night after night, it is a magnet for thousands of partygoers.
Night becomes the mother of tomorrow. The city collects its breath for a new day, for those who love the dynamism of the city being reborn, the chance to see what tomorrow will bring.